Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome to the 1.0 full release of Hades 2. I have been so very excited waiting for this. We played the original early access version of this game right when it came out, basically until I had done everything in it, and then I put it down. I knew I didn't want to keep up with it over the course of development. I wanted to just wait for the final package to be put into our hands. And here we are. So there's going to be lots of stuff here that is new to me, lots of stuff I haven't seen, lots of stuff that I have as well. But we're just going to start a whole new save slot. I'm sure they've changed, whatever economic mechanisms were already in the game. And also, if I'm honest, I've forgotten a lot of stuff because I'm very forgetful. So, new save, and with that, I think let's get in here. I'm excited to play. No more preamble. This one, go. I fully did not. I thought I had clicked on it, but I guess I had not. Perhaps a dubious omen for our play here.
Whose reign as grim lord of the dead came to a sudden end when all at once his past caught up with him.
Hold on, I can nudge this up a bit.
Not go quietly, and history repeats. So this tale was only a matter of time.
We do, of course, want the dulcet tones of Logan Cunningham coming through a little clearer on the mix.
Death to Chronos.
Death to Chronos. That's the part of the adventure that I remember being able to handle. It's the other stuff
for my family
that gets tricky. So, if you're not familiar with Hades 2, this whole thing, this is an action roguelike. You can see this is our character, Melinoe. And we are out here trying to get some vengeance for a thing. And the game will explain everything else that you need to know as we go on. We have our weapon we can smack people around with. We have some limited magical abilities. We have a ranged weapon. What is my just cast button? There it is. So we have a zone we can put down that will capture enemies. You can see casting can require magic if we charge it up, as can our ranged attack if we charge it all the way.
Lost souls.
And here's some bad guys. So as you can see, our attack stuns enemies with just one or two things around us. It's easy enough to just lock them up completely. As you might imagine, it's going to get more complicated.
All laid to rest. Just a spell. It's just another spell. 10 words. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Greetings from Olympus and well met there, sunshine. Look, we can't get to the Titan, but if you truly mean to stop him, then the least I can do is light your way down.
All right, and along our path, some of the gods of Olympus are going to reach out and offer us some boons that will modify our buttons in various ways and do lots of other weird things too. Attacks deal more damage in a larger area. Feels pretty hard to pass up. Whenever your casts expire, restore some of your magic. Sprint is faster and dazes foes, so they have a chance to deal no damage when they hit you. No, I like Nova Strike.
Need my aid. I'll see if I need theirs.
And you can see our attack has gained a little additional graphic indicating that it is enhanced by Apollo.
Wastrels.
They start you off nice and slow. As you might imagine, things will get more difficult.
A gift.
Okay, do we want more Apollo boons, or do we want some money? These symbols on the doors tell us what the reward for completing the chambers will be. I want more boons. Boons are important.
Spindles.
As their name suggests, these things, they love to spin. Obviously, you can take advantage of our various ranged attacks to make that Not such a big deal when there's only one or two of them around. We can just stand back, but
In the name of
in large enough numbers, they're dangerous. Alright. Special deals more damage in a larger area. That's the ranged attack. Attacks can inflict daze. I don't really think daze is all that good of an effect, personally. After you take damage, automatically damage and daze all foes nearby. You know what? Give me that Nova Flourish.
Apollo's light.
Okay, Bones and Ash. I don't exactly remember what these currencies are for. Let's get... I think Ash is important. I'm actually going to nudge... Hold on. I'm going to nudge the audio up just a little bit more. I was trying to be conservative with it, you know, because you don't want it to overpower the voice. But also, damn, this game has good audio. Now these ladies with the long hair, they are very dangerous indeed if you let them get their attacks off. Fortunately, things are going pretty smoothly here. Okay, the shop, or we can fight an unusually difficult room to get a boon from someone else. Y'all know how I feel about my boons.
A root stalker. Got to move.
Ah, okay, hold on. That's not what I was planning. Okay, the roots kind of trip you up. I would really love to have a second here to fight these roots that they summoned up. And an important thing to note about these enemies is that they're armored. They have that yellow health bar sitting on top of their red health bar. Enemies that are armored do not automatically get stunned by our attacks. Ouch. Like that, you can see I got punched by this dude even though I was currently attacking him. Now that we have worn the armor off, though, we should be more or less completely in charge of this one.
Headmistress told me so much about you, and now at last we meet. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Does it seem like she's getting quieter every time I turn the audio up?
You look just like your mother. I'll not lose her again. I shall freeze hell in its entirety if that is what it takes to get her back. You'll help me, won't you, granddaughter?
Grandmother.
I think part of the problem might have been that the song on the main menu, which is what I use to calibrate the audio, is just a lot louder than all of the audio in the actual game, which is weird. Your casts inflict freeze and repeatedly deal damage to foes in the binding circle. That seems pretty good, and it gives our casts some interesting utility. Your Omega attack deals a lot more damage, but consumes even more magic. And you'll notice our magic is relatively, like, spending magic and health is relatively permanent. It's not the case that you can't restore these resources at all, but it's not trivial to do so. Your casts create a gust around the binding circle, which makes foes shoot slower. I kind of like the Arctic Rain, honestly.
Cold comfort.
Also, a lot of really beautiful environment art. Like, this game, what a slam dunk from what I have played of it, and of course, you know, the previous game. Just what a slam dunk by every creative team at Supergiant. Oh no, the armor.
Freeze.
Let's try to lower the number of things that are coming at us here. Yeah, like I said, armor can be very dangerous.
Golden coins.
The cast that we put down on the ground did do some good work on those enemies, and did strip their armor while we ran away, but I was a little slow to apply it. So this is going to be improvement to our max mana, I think. Let's go this way. We did get refilled there somehow. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And honestly, the Apollo buff to our special attack is really quite significant. Maybe I don't need to be putting myself in so much danger with the melee attacks.
arm of power.
All right, so what these do is they allow you to improve the effectiveness of boons that you already have on you. I think I'm going to take the Nova Flourish because I'm really liking how much damage that's doing.
These still grow in the Underworld.
And you can see over here a collection of our boons and what buttons they are applying to and improving. I mean, we're probably going to need some of everything. I remember Ash being important, but let's get some bones too. And once I actually know what they're for, we'll have a better idea of whether that makes sense. Okay, kind of trapped myself in a corner there for a second. Not so smooth.
Always need bones, just not precisely now.
Okay, that was a lot of bones. Hey there. Kind of a friendly ghost. Okay, lots of bones and ash to be had on this first run. So, like I said, these enemies with the armor, a lot harder to control. That freezing effect is certainly helping.
Suffer no more.
Now, that may have seemed like some pretty extreme cowardice, but
The underworld of
it
Hades
was.
holds more than the souls of the dead. Riches beyond imagination. Even the remains of the deathless titans.
They'll end up back where they belong.
eventually, once we finish all of our other tasks here. Okay, this is a Centaur Heart. This is definitely an increase in our current and maximum HP. This would be a lovely thing to get our hands on if we can survive getting it. So we're just going to walk into this room cautiously, fight things from a distance, preferably a couple at a time if we can. Alright, as much as I am like worried about the spindles, obviously, at the very least, they're just kind of doing their thing where they're doing it. We don't have to worry about them targeting us from a distance.
A centaur heart.
Ooh, okay. Back up to almost the health we started the run with, and I'm definitely feeling a little braver now. So this is a shop, and we do have enough money to buy something of value. You know what? Let's hit it.
That breathing.
Why, it's our old buddy Charon. Oh, Charon's art was not in yet last time I played. This is very good.
I'm in your debt, Lord Charon. These provisions surely shall make all the difference in my task. What gold I find is yours.
I mean, what would I do with it? So we can buy ourselves another blessing.
This one, please.
That boatman's something of a coin collector, isn't he? Well, once we're finished with old Chronos, all those gold crowns of his will be extremely rare collector's items.
Deal more damage until you take damage, and if you take no more for 15 seconds, regain this. Okay, so a damage bonus while you're playing clean. After your Omega cast expires, that's the charged up version that costs mana. Or costs magic, rather. Rapidly deal damage in the area. None of these are awesome. I guess sprint faster, like the daze is not so good, but sprint faster is good. And then we can buy some additional magic or some more ash. You know what? I'm just going to take the ash.
The dead.
Meta currency for improving between runs. It'll matter eventually.
Headmistress.
There she is. You reached the edge of Erebus already. You have surpassed my expectations, Millennium.
Thank you, Headmistress Hecate, for all your guidance and the compliment.
It was not a compliment, merely a point of fact. Though I would see firsthand a demonstration of your capability.
My capability? You'd have us face each other here, even though my task has already begun.
Your training shall never be complete. And I would know if you stand any chance at all against our enemy.
Hecate's so cool. Alright, this may well be where our little adventure ends. I'm gonna try to play safe here for a minute. So yeah, she's got all kinds of powers. Oh, that's not the real one.
Too slow.
I should really remember to throw it on a cast when we have our position like that. Oh, that is the real one. Oh.
You're clearly unprepared as yet.
I tapped cast. I caught myself in an animation there right in front of her. And she lit me up good.
Back already. Damn it.
It's okay. We got our best friend here to comfort us upon our failure.
See what I get for staying out all night, Chronos.
So here's our room.
This old unfinished painting. Don't look away. Don't forget all that the Titan took from you.
This is our brooding painting. So in case you're wondering why the game is called Hades, it is Melinoe here is the daughter of the great god Hades, and terrible things have occurred in the Underworld.
Who dares disturb my eternal rest? You trifle with powers far beyond your comprehension, witch.
That was pretty decent, right, Mel? Maybe pushing it. Calling you witch like that.
Solid haunting all in all, Dora. And I thought the witch part worked. But I'd better go. Something I have to do.
Then be gone.
That's also a friend, a certain definition of friend.
Stand tall and show no weakness.
Come here. Time forced our hand, Millennium. Nary soul expected you to slay our enemy last night, on a new moon, no less.
I lack such forgiveness for my failure, Headmistress Hecate. The Titan yet lives, and Olympus yet burns, while I'm back where I started.
Yes, recovered bodily, if not in spirit, and grown wiser for it. You've not failed, merely begun. This is all part of the task. Death to Chronos.
Death to Chronos. Be well, Headmistress.
And you, Millennium.
Alright, so every time we die, we're going to end up here, sort of back at camp. Back at our cute little camp here, tucked away in the woods.
The crossroads, that haven hidden twixt the surface and the underworld, conceals those still loyal to Lord Hades, rightful ruler of the dead.
Together we'll retake my father's realm.
And I feel like really that's probably about all you need, right?
Hail, Shades. Our fight is just getting started.
Dying wish, immortality. Boy, I bet that's a really common one.
Already hit a wall. Knocked your scrawny ass all the way back here. It's insane that she's sending you out on foot, all on your own.
You're fortunate you have even this responsibility for all your questioning of orders and complaining.
Oh, shut up.
Hail. Tell me you killed the bastard. Drove your staff into his wretched skull, slid a dagger in his gut. Not that he'd die from that. Works on mortals, though.
Chronos, the Titan of Time, is vanquished, Odysseus. I have his head right here. At least, I wish I did.
Well, you'll get him next time, I reckon.
Yeah, probably the second run will be the one that does it. Oh, here we got some critters.
Hi, gang. Headmistress must have some important tasks for you.
Extremely adorable critters. Am I allowed to pet the ferret thing? No, just the... Okay. Well, y'all saw it. I tried at least. Here's Hypnos doing his thing.
We'll find a way to wake you, O sleep. I promise.
So if you are one of the people who is unfamiliar with the first game, you don't need to know anything about that game's plot to understand what's going on in this game, but some of these characters are carried over, and you know, it definitely does give you a little bit of extra what's going on here to see Hypnos in this state if you saw him in the state that he's in the first game. Oh wait, hold on, I didn't want to transition screens just yet. It seems like there's a little behind the orchard here.
Exits back the other way.
There's a little bit that wasn't around before.
A finely chiseled countenance of the Underworld's unseated king instills a sense of quiet contemplation and resolve in whosoever dares to meet those stone, unseeing eyes.
Watch over me, Father.
Yeah, this fountain area was not here last time I was playing. All right, let's get back to it. I have honor to reclaim.
Headmistress lent me the Arcana.
Here we use the altar and our various resources to go stronger.
The sorceress.
And this is what the ash is for. All right, so our Omega moves charge up 20% faster. After you exit a location, heal for 3 seems pretty important. The Wayward Sun.
The Wayward Sun.
That, of course, is Zagreus, our brother, who sure could be offering us some assistance were he here. Who knows what's up with him? Presumably also taken. You know, our mother is missing too. While you have less than 100% magic, your attack and special deal bonus damage. Is worth noting this is almost all of the ash we have remaining. So give us 20 max HP. You deal bonus damage to foes with your casts. This will reveal more cards to us, and also I do like the max HP. Notice there's a value in the top right of each of these cards. At the top right of the screen, you can see we have 10, I believe it was called Grasp in the early access build I played. So we can only have so many cards active at once. And right now, it doesn't seem like that limit's really going to be much of a problem, but, you know, things will change.
Persistence.
He stole from gods the gift of fire from mortals. Thus he suffered, but grew strong. The messenger casts momentarily make you impervious and move 50% faster. That's a neat one. And here, Death Defiance. When you fall to 0 health, automatically go back to 40%. You only get a limited number of uses of this per night. This will be our next focus. We are definitely trying to get back up to 25 ash so that we can buy ourselves a Death Defiance.
That'll do.
Yeah. It is still glowing. Does it want me to... It's probably because I have resources that I could spend. Like, we could pay more ash into this thing. But no, I'm definitely saving for death. And here we have the pool.
The arms of night are now at my disposal.
Where we keep all of our cool weapons.
Soon enough.
Alright, so right now we just have access to... the sister blades. Are these are not unlocked. We just have access to the basic staff that we were using the last time. There's a couple of other things though. The Moonstone Axe, the Umbral Flames, and the sister blades to be earned. They all require silver, and also maybe some cinders sometimes. Silver, a resource that we do not yet know how to get. That's fine. The staff will do.
Disciples, attention!
I love the little ghost faces very much.
A battle lost. But this is war, young one, and you have many battles yet to come. The only question is, are you prepared to win? I'm not so sure here, so let's see you give me 20!
Commander Skelemius, sir. You're certain it's acceptable for me to strike you 20 times in front of all your students?
Dead certain. Now hit me with everything you got.
As you will, sir.
I mean, he asked for it. So we can train all of our moves here. We have our special, and every weapon has a different basic strike and special. Then, of course, we have our cast, thus ensnaring him. We have our ability to dash around. And then, of course, we can charge all of these things. Omega attack. Omega special, which is, in case it's a little clearer back here, it's a larger projectile that will eat other projectiles, I think. And then, of course, the Omega cast, which does the same ensnare behavior, but then also explodes at the end.
I shall return.
Forgive me, sir.
Oh, he is slain. I'm just gonna grab some magic real quick. Oh, there's some...
Death to Chronos. I'll see to that. No one is more prepared.
A position from which we can...
Erebus, there should be a way down. Too risky heading through Elysium. And too risky to stay. Alright, it's time.
A position from which we can regard the magnitude of our task. Alright, what else is going on around here? Looks like nothing else in particular just yet. This area is going to get more lively over time. Oh, our keepsake cabinet, which will be useful to us just as soon as we have, you know, any keepsakes at all. And then the way forth.
Sealed as always.
Cease messing with that thing.
Find the Titan, slay the Titan.
We'll worry about the stairs that go up later.
The Trident Sigil. You're one of my father's brothers, aren't you? Then help him. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Long-lost niece, you live! We thought you met the same fate as your father, and your mother, and your brother. Oh. Well, how about we turn the tide and exact terrible revenge for poor old Hades and his kin?
Sounds like a plan to me. Alright, your specials hit foes with a splash that knocks other foes away. Casts also immediately hit foes with a powerful splash that inflicts froth. So you can see each god sort of has a status effect that they like to inflict. When inflicted, afflicted foes have a 25% chance to take 50 damage. That's worded oddly. So every time they take any other hit, there's a chance that they will take damage once the froth is applied. Or whenever you sprint, hit the first foe you run into with a blast that knocks foes away. That's a fairly large amount of damage. I'm actually kind of curious about this title ring.
All our enemies drown. All of you gather round.
I was trying to see the froth effect go off. Hello, what's this?
In we go.
We've discovered some moly, mostly used with incantations involving dispelling and nullification. There's an awful lot of kinds of incantations and spells and crafting stuff that we're going to learn to do.
Within mist-shrouded labyrinthine Erebus lie countless souls of the dead, awaiting judgment that shall never come.
They'll be judged soon enough.
You know, we're a witch. We do witch stuff. On top of the running out and murdering people with a staff. That's got us to 11. Now see, this is legitimately kind of tricky. I do love boons, but max HP. Max HP is very powerful. I think I'm gonna value boons early. Broadly speaking, I think more offense is better than more defense. At least until you have a set of tools that can reasonably kill a boss.
Flame sigil.
because the longer you're in a room fighting, the greater the chance that you'll make some kind of mistake, right?
I thought the fire goddess never got involved. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Well, look at you, hot stuff. Come to help the elderly. Oh, what a good girl you are. And here I was, just about to burn this whole blasted place to the ground myself. Now, here's a little warm-up for ya.
I really love her character design, and just like completely so blasted with soot that she doesn't even bother wiping it away from anywhere except her eyes. And all right, so attacks inflict scorch, which causes enemies to take damage over time. It's like a burn effect. Whenever your attack or special deals damage, restore some magic. We don't yet have a super strong reason to care about our magic, but this might be an interesting way to set up something like that. You deal more damage to foes that are nowhere near other foes. In a lot of situations, this will be good for bonus damage against like boss types. I think I'm going to take Flame Strike is pretty good. And Scorch damage will accrue on enemies. Like you can stack it up very quickly by comboing people if it's on your attack. But let me take Cardio Gain because it's an unusual one.
Burns.
And then we just need to come up with a good reason to actually use our Omegas. Let's see if Apollo has one.
All back to dust.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that the Omega spells or the Omega attacks are bad. It's just like, it's a lot of time and effort devoted. And if you don't need to, it feels kind of silly to do it sometimes. Okay, so we got a proc there from the Poseidon status effect. It's not super noticeable. I was kind of hoping that it would like also splash other nearby enemies a little bit more, but it really doesn't seem to.
Chronos is up to something, but not even Athena knows what. His assaults on Olympus always fail, even if they've kept us occupied. What's his next move?
After your Omega cast expires, rapidly deal damage in the area for 2 seconds. I mean, that's fine, I suppose. I don't really think any of these are fantastic. I guess, we have perfect image up most of the time. Yeah. My concern is not really, like, fighting random enemies in rooms. I know that we did lose most of our health to random enemies in random rooms on the first run, but mostly I'm thinking about, like, how is this going to apply while we're fighting bosses? And the fact is, like, against Hecate, we would have had the no hit bonus for almost none of the fight at all, right? Aha, you fool. These guys have a pretty good sprint, a pretty good dash forward on their first attacks. You always got to watch that.
In the name of Hades.
All right, specials hit foes with a splash. Omega cast gains power and knocks foes away. So an increase to the base amount of damage you inflict. Or at the start of each encounter, attacks and specials are double damage for 10 seconds. I'm kind of curious about this.
Strength of the sea.
So a buff for our Omega cast, which gives us some reason to use magic, and then a way to regain magic.
Again.
Wait, it's still really not even that much damage. But if we can catch more than one of them in it, it's probably worthwhile. I don't remember if defeating her defeats the roots. I keep letting go of the button before the cast gets to full Omega because I'm like, oh no, we're gonna get hit. Okay, yeah, clearing her does clear the roots. Well, that was a terrible fight.
I was certain you were gone. Scarce born, only to be taken by Chronos, along with my daughter and those nearest her. But the Witch of the Crossroads got you out of there, did she? How could she not send word?
I think we were trying to be pretty secretive about the whole thing. Okay, so freeze, of course, freezes enemies in place. You can only reapply it once every 10 seconds, but it is pretty powerful. Your Omega Cast deals even more damage. So the abilities that modify your direct button presses, you can only have one for each. So like if we had another direct attack modifier, Ice Strike would overwrite it. I think these things that modify just the Omega Cast, I think they will all stack up together. So, right, we do just have both of those. Okay, well, our Omega Cast is getting pretty good if I can actually keep the guts to stay in and fire the whole thing off. And now we get to take advantage of that slow regeneration.
Who's there?
Ah! Yeah, this enemy is absolutely terrifying. Alright, how about this? Why don't we just start with it? My hope there was to free, cast the Omega Cast and then free whatever was inside the cocoons right before it went off. The damage didn't quite work out that way. Alright, and we've acquired some nectar. Mostly used for gifting to comrades. Well, we know we need a bunch more ash.
Caskets.
Yeah, see, the trick here is you still move around while you're holding down the cast button, but the cast goes on the ground wherever you were when you started pressing the button, and it doesn't follow your feet. So it's a little awkward to place. It looks like it killed those two, the shouty ladies. They're probably supposed to be banshees or something. You know, the shouty ladies. That classic mythological monster. And you're out there in the forest bashing trees apart with your staff, and then some lady comes out and shouts at you. We probably need to put together some money for shopping. Well, you know, it does do... It's kind of an awkward gimmick to actually make use of. But it does do quite a lot of damage. Only 100 is not so impressive. We are for sure taking bonus health against more money. So as you saw last time, generally boons are going to cost like 150. And there's lots of other cool rewards that you can get from the shop that are in the neighborhood of like 125. So in general, I like to have 300 or at least kind of close to 300 when I go in. I got stuck on the edge of that tree. That's a shame.
There.
Okay. Well, I don't know where we are on ash, but I know it's not enough. These little ones that don't have armor, we can just walk right into their swing and interrupt it. like just lure the enemies into the big Omega cast area after we lay it down.
Always use more.
Okay, 21. I don't remember. Was it 25 that we needed? I really would prefer to have a little bit more money. But I think I'll take this over more. Like, max mana doesn't really help us that much when we have a decent source of active mana regen. And sometimes Chronos'
Hail, boatman.
Charon's shop contains like an object that has money in it that you can break. Unfortunately, not so lucky this time, so we're gonna have to choose between a heart and one of these. Ah, that's right, we do have nectar. We could gift him our first nectar. You know what? That seems like the polite thing to do.
Would you indulge me for a moment, boatman? If we're to restore the old order around here, I was thinking, why not start like this?
You know, he's always given us stuff. It seems like he's gonna help us so much over the course of our whole adventure here. It only seems right.
Wait, are you certain there's no charge for this?
And look, what a helpful fellow he is. Not that I gave him things only to receive gifts in return, of course, obviously, but...
Yes, my lord. I met Apollo, Grandmother, Uncle Poseidon. I've known Artemis and Hermes for so long. I'm impressed they kept my secret from the others all this time.
So, things have been screwed up here for quite a while. I think it is still the case that we need offense more than we need defense.
You really have to pay that Charon character in these situations. What sort of daft system is that? What, no blessings for the poor? Doesn't seem fair at all.
I don't disagree. Okay. Your Omega Special also launches a fireball. Hold cast to aim a fireball that explodes on impact, and the binding circle forms there. Oh! That seems like a significant improvement to our
Flame of the Hearth.
Our little gimmick that we're putting together here. Makes it much safer for me to do the thing.
Greetings, witch. Are you better prepared this time? Look at yourself. You are too calm, suppressing your anger for the illusion of control.
You've taught me patience, headmistress. But now you ask me to lash out at you in rage. Which shall it be?
Give me both. Rage, which you can control. Leave the serenity to our sister the moon and fight me properly. The all-consuming flame.
Okay, so I still decide whether... Ooh, damn it. I thought there was room for me to sneak past there. So I still decide whether it's an Omega immediately. But unfortunately, she doesn't get bound in place by it at all. Okay, and I can't cast again while it's out. Ow! Okay, that hurt. Yeah, I definitely like this a lot as a way of staying safer while we're doing our thing. Okay, wasn't either. I didn't actually stay over there long enough to see if the fireball dealt any damage on contact, which would have been wise. Alright, please don't leave the area. Ah, you coward. Oh wait, did I damage that one? I thought she didn't take anything. I must have just missed the number. Unfortunately, it really takes quite a long time for our attack to, oh, can't attack these out. No! No! Don't you do it! Ah, shit. I really thought I was gonna get away from that. We were doing such a good job. On. Stupid perfect sheep image. So you might notice occasionally that I get a terrain kill. That's just where I break an object in the terrain onto an enemy, like these trees. God, my weapons are so weak relative to her health pool. Okay, got her stand still inside the circle there at least. If I can try to predict how she's gonna run. There we go. It was slow, it was incompetent, but we got there.
Fought with diligence and with ferocity. But surely there is more for you to learn beyond this threshold.
Think how good that ability is going to be against enemies who can't just walk out of the circle because it ensnares them.
I look forward to it, Headmistress. What about you? Can you not join me?
No, I dare not stray too far from our abode. Continue now your task. I shall await your safe return.
Thank you, Headmistress. I passed the test.
All right, and there's some cinders, which we have some idea the use of. And that's one down. So in between biomes, we're going to see little fountains. And it's possible to find these actually in some rooms sometimes as well. Nothing here to look over.
Beginning descent.
Oh, interesting. They changed the way this looks too.
The Room of Oceanus.
Look who!
Oh no.
You're a long way from the crossroads trouble. So this is where the real action is, huh? Weren't you supposed to still be practicing?
Things took a turn, Eris. You know how it goes. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some urgent business to attend to.
Always in such a rush. I'd really hate to slow you down. Though, let's hang out sometime, okay? Have a great night.
You might notice that Eris has what appears to be a giant, amazing rifle there, but it's worse than that. It's actually it's a semi-automatic grenade launcher.
Oh, one last thing.
What did she do to me?
Oh, good. We have been so blessed. I mean, that's a lot of ash, though. I'll take that, I suppose. What did she do to me? Foes deal plus 20% damage, and this grows with each encounter. Okay, cool. We'll just never get hit again. Strats. I mean, like, again, we have the tools to keep things at bay and deal very large amounts of damage to them. Why should we take damage again? I can't believe I just stood there and cast for such a long time that projectile actually hit me. You just... Oh, okay. I see. Alright, seeking projectiles, and this whole thing is a nightmare. Okay. These things deal a bunch of damage even if they miss you, which sucks very much. Stay away from the wall that they're going to explode on. Okay, I think that should deal with that.
A soul tonic.
Not a great start, honestly. We have all the ash we need, and not that you ever have enough ash, but I think we're probably getting sent back home pretty soon, and it might be nice to have a nectar to bring to somebody.
Those spiders get around.
Little areas where these spiders have captured a bunch of enemies and just left them, presumably not for me to eat. I would hope that the spiders know that this is not how I get down. Yeah, once again, this is just a little bit short of the amount of money I would like to have going into a shop. So let's try something else. Seems like the enemies up here are content to play pretty passively. Yes, please just walk into it. We can fight with a great and powerful cowardice and keep us alive for a while. Triggered some kind of trap up north? Now, enemies that have any amount of armor on them cannot be killed. Like, if an enemy has armor, the most damage that an attack can deal is removing all of the armor.
Just for my arcana.
So ideally, when we hit a situation like that, what we'd like to do is get the enemies caught in the area and then strip their armor before the final explosion occurs. And somewhere deep beneath the sea, a singing lures us. You know what? Let's go for the more difficult fight.
A swarm of jellyfish.
Perhaps a thing to regret later. But my thinking is that we'll probably benefit a lot from winning this if we do, and it'll help us stay alive in this difficult run. And if we can't handle this, then we can't handle what lies beyond, so... Problem is, bosses are not ensorcelled, or not ensnared by the snare. Try to lure you into a position where you'll jump near it at least. But it helps us to be able to clear out the riffraff for sure. Right now, maximum time before the next jump. Okay, that works. But, okay, yeah, it's not bad. And just enough time to regen all the lost magic. Oh, I don't quite in the circle. Shoot. Oh no! Why did I dash forward? What's wrong with me? Okay, now we have the boss under control. The armor's broken.
Your place is out at sea.
Whew.
There are such creatures born of nightmare and the sea, which float eternally toward death and decay, and so invariably find themselves exactly here.
I think I just stepped in one. Olympus, I accept this message.
Alright, and so by fighting a boss for the boon, you can see we get the boon at a higher rarity and thus a higher power level. Sprint forms a gust around you that lingers after you stop, slowing enemies. Your casts also create a gust around the binding circle. Yeah, but we don't really want to be, like, I don't want to be slowing enemies around the binding circle. I want them to move as quickly as they can into the binding circle, right? Specials dealing a lot more damage is nice, and then inflicting freeze, hopefully we can hold stuff in the circle, even the things that that would tend to get away. So we have enough money for a pretty decent trip to the shop now, I think. Let's try to get some power.
Lurkers.
These guys just have too much health for me to strip the armor. Alright, the freeze is very helpful there. It's working out for the moment. More Omega cast power, more Omega cast bonus damage. I don't actually know. So this is a 33% increase in the base power, but this is a bonus. I don't know actually what the root power value is. It's definitely, this has got to be better than taking a 10% improvement to the base value, right? I think at this point we actually have kind of an offense together, and I would like some more health to work with.
Pinheads.
Okay, so these things are tiny and they run at you, and that's pretty scary. But because we can just set up a trap and then hide behind it, I'm definitely a lot less worried than I have been with a lot of builds against this kind of enemy. The key is to make sure that the explosive area is between them and you. Ah, shoot, that one's not Omega, though. It's not going to explode. Okay, here we go. Ah! They're still coming out of the water. Yeah, they're still coming up on all sides. That's pretty rough.
Chronos, you there?
As ever.
You might like it down in Oceanus better than I do right now. Dora must be hiding for a bit.
Just waiting to leap out at me when I least expect it.
The cauldron's ready for me now.
At least our cauldron's finally purified, praise the fates. Speaking of which, are you as yet considering an invocation to them? I have my doubts that they would listen even now.
If there's any chance the three fates shall aid us, I'll take it. Thank you for preparing things for me. Though I'm well short of freshly picked reagents still.
I'd offer such reagents if I could, but as you venture past this glade, look carefully along your path and you shall find them. Fates willing.
Yes, Headmistress.
An awful lot does come down to the fates, huh? So we do have this one bottle of nectar. We kind of have to figure out who we want to give it to. Both for, you know, just getting along with people's story reasons, and also the different people we give them to will give us different keepsakes, which will have various effects on our runs. I think I'm not going to give this one to Hecate, at least not yet.
Last night I dreamt of this.
All right, so for but one of our two Moli, we can unlock gathering tools within the silver pool. That seems pretty important.
Great night, reveal now your works within our silver pool. So mote it be.
And with some of these bones, we can summon Mercantile Fortune, the wretched broker, with whom we may trade bones for various resources. Bones of the dead are a valuable commodity to those who know their secrets.
By blood and darkness, let my will be done.
The old invocation of our house.
Welcome to the crossroads.
And then this fated intervention is going to require another Moli and a silver. All right. Stuff to keep our eye out for.
After ever-scheming Chronos claimed the House of Hades, shades of the dead residing there, all scattered to the ends of the earth.
You shades are welcome here and safe.
He's happy to hear it. Look at this adorable cat who unfortunately is sitting in a position that I cannot quite reach to give scritches.
Hail, broker.
All right, so we can trade for, I'm sorry, am I reading this correctly? Is this 15 bones for one ash? Some fate fabric. I think for the moment we'll just hold on to things.
Farewell.
But that'll be valuable eventually.
All clear.
You know, it seems like we've gotten off on the wrong foot. Maybe I could just...
Nemesis, maybe we could start again. Here, I got you something.
Don't need your charity, princess, or temptations while I'm on duty or off. You're doing this because you want something from me anyway, so here, knock yourself out.
That's not entirely why I'm doing it.
Thank you, Nem. Death to Chronos?
Whatever. Another failed attempt. About ready to give in? You don't have the fire. This isn't personal enough for you.
Isn't personal? You don't see my mother around either, do you, Nem? Nor my father, nor my brother. Chronos took them all.
I lost more than my mother, too. And I knew mine. What's yours to you? All you ever did was fall out of her womb.
Silence.
Okay, that's a pretty deep strike.
Goddess. Word has it Eris has been spotted in the depths along your path. Intelligence you likely could have used before. She made your journey worse for you. Apologies, Goddess.
She's trying to stop me, or at least slow me down, and she knows too much about our intentions. What do we do? Children of Nyx are supposed to be on our side.
Yeah, but Eris's whole thing is kind of that she's not really on anybody's side, right?
She doesn't know the half of what we've planned. Besides, her boredom drives her more than anything. Run into her a few more times, she'll soon grow sick of it and go away.
So deems the great tactician.
Aye, Goddess.
Death to Chronos, sir.
You'll get him yet.
I really love the vibes of this, of the crossroads.
How fare my favorite hound and polecat friends?
All right, so if we run back over here,
The altar of ashes.
we can indeed earn ourselves a death defiance.
Death.
And oh hey, what a surprise, there's a bunch more cards to worry about. So, the Swift Runner. Sprint is faster and lets you pass through most foes in your way. Yeah, collision with enemies is definitely a problem I was having there. The Boatman lets you just start with a bunch of money. That's 30 ash. It's also a lot of grasp. You gain 3 max health and 3 max magic whenever you pass through 5 locations. And this one has to be awakened. So we activate cards that use costs 1 through 5, and we'll get this for 0 additional grasp. And once we've unlocked it, of course. Right now, we don't even see cards that cost all the numbers between 1 and 5 inclusive, but we'll get there. But that gives us another interesting sort of a little game to play here with figuring out what we need. Obviously, we're also going to need a bunch more maximum grasp to get that going, but we'll figure it out. So attack and special deal plus 30% damage while you are less than full-on magic is pretty powerful and is probably a pretty good use of our remaining plus 20, or our remaining 2 points of grasp.
The Huntress.
Offering up Eternity. While you channel your Omegas, everything else moves slower. That's cool. And now we're going to have to...
Don't have enough for that.
Figure some stuff out.
The Furies.
You may use the gauge shown below to extend your grasp or deactivate other cards.
I lack the grasp for this.
Ah, okay. I need to spend Psyche to gain grasp. Well, we're just gonna have to find some. We were allowed to trade bones for some, and I think it was more than 0. But let's have a quick look at the display case here.
A new keepsake.
So, we've...
that heirloom storage case over there.
Thank you, Skelemaeus. I found it. So we got ourselves a couple of keepsakes. Deal 20% bonus damage to the last foe that, that vanquished you. The Revenge keepsake. I guess it makes sense. It comes from Nemesis. And Charon, of course, just lets you start with some money on hand. You will notice there's a little bar beneath these. As we use them, they will level up all the way to 3 stars and become more effective versions of the same thing. Like the gold purse bonus, I believe, scales up to plus 150 at 2 stars and then plus 200 at 3. And that's certainly useful. Some of that good metagame advancement between runs.
There she is again at last.
Because, you know, asking you to just get better enough to beat everything, maybe something of a tall task, depending on how hard everything is. We are certainly numerically disadvantaged right now. Like, it took forever to clear out that boss fight.
Death to Chronos, Commander.
Knock him dead, kiddo. Being a shadowy denizen of the Underworld comes with certain perks, young one. Take, for instance, how, when you dash, nothing can touch you.
We are the unseen, at one with the darkness and the dead. I can evade anything, yes, but only for a moment. And even then, I can't prevail by dodging all night long.
Yeah, I'd do it all the time if I was you. See the little trail when you dash? Once it snaps back, you're good to go again.
The shadow follows.
I love the way he is desperately trying to relate the the actual mechanics of the game in a way that feels cool and diegetic. But yeah, you can see what he's talking about, the little green glowy trail behind our dash that tells us when the dash cooldown's available again. Let's go back real quick. What was the deal that we were offered?
Upon this cauldron by the will of night.
Hold on.
Hear me, shades of the dead, and listen well.
Your strength is needed now to join our fight. Upon Olympus and in depths of hell. Within these crossroads you are safe with us. Yet we would ask your service to our cause. Your will is yours, your choice is given thus. Together let us rise above our flaws. So mote it be.
Our wards are that much stronger thanks to you.
Well, you know, it's nice to help out when we're around.
Broker?
It was only 5. I remembered it was more than 1, so I got excited. This is still not very much. We are going to end up needing a whole lot of this stuff, though, so you know what?
I've need of that.
Let's go ahead and do it, and we'll need to do that deal a bunch more times, is my suspicion. But now at least I remember what all the resources are for. So, for Melanoe and the gang, it's just about time to get back out there and try to kill the concept of time itself. For us, it is perhaps time for a rest. My intention here is for these episodes to be roughly an hour in length, and we're going to transgress that frequently, but I'm gonna do my best to keep us in the neighborhood at least. So that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I am so excited to be playing this. I hope y'all are as well. When you come back next time, death to Chronos, right? And we'll see you then.